Wait, what are we doing?
Yo, you know.
No.
Podcast.
Wait a minute. You hear that?
Podcast.
What is it?
I don't know. It sounds like it's getting closer. What the fuck is that? That's right. Rotten Mornings Podcast is coming back at you for season 11. The same old blah blah bullshit you've always expected from us. Remember Rotten Mornings Podcast? Season 11.
I forgot that part.
Hi guys, and welcome back to this episode of Rotten Mornings. I'm Matt.
And I'm Grim.
And we have friends with us. Y'all can introduce yourselves, please.
Nikki.
And Tommy.
Who the fuck is
It's
Tommy?
Tommy time.
Who the fuck is Tommy?
You, Tommy.
I hate you so much for
Yeah. So, yeah.
Warning! Warning! Incoming review for Nightmare at 3008 in Fultondale, Alabama.
We are discussing some of the haunts that we went to this Valentine's Day, and the first one we went to was Nightmare at 3008.
Yes.
And it was you and me and Tommy went.
It was a different experience.
You didn't get to go to that one.
No.
Every time I went to 3008, you know, I usually get covered with literal shit.
Literal shit.
I came out clean, and it was a nice change of pace.
And yeah, that's one of the things that was very different. They did not
Give us
cover
the full rotten treatment.
They didn't give us the full rotten treatment. We still got all the beatings and the belittlings.
I'm okay with the beating.
Yeah,
even
always.
the faux electrocution.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be electrocuted, so
And
that was
did you
fucking.
pee a little?
I did pee a little.
I
I wasn't going to discuss
It
it.
counts.
So we showed up at Nightmare at 3008, and it was us and the Haynes, and Mamba came with us, and eventually Joseph Bodkin had showed up, and some of the Hellbillies were there,
Yes.
that Steven and Destiny were all there. So a cool little fucking
awesome.
group that was together. We ate pizza. Mad Pie's always the fucking bomb.
Such good
If
pizza.
you,
Oh my fucking god.
If
Check
you
out
get
the
a
pizza.
chance to just go out there and check out Mad Pie's Pizza, that fucking shit is top
Go
notch.
to Mad Pies. Do it.
Yes, for the question, yes, these haunts are not year-round. This was just a specific Valentine's Day event that they did. So,
Oh, Zach haunted.
oh yeah, that's right. Zach did sliding there.
Yes,
he
he
was
did.
doing really, really
And
well.
he did his makeup on the way there. but
Not
it
to
was
mention the
really,
fact
really good.
that Zach did not break character when
Not
he was doing
one
sliding.
bit.
Even when he came and talked to us, he still stayed in character. And like,
Yes.
mad respect to
I
him.
respect the shit
I
out of that.
can't wait to see that kid come up through the fucking,
Yes.
because he's going to be a badass. So we're out there. We saw a couple of actors come out and talk to us. Talked to Hammer, talked to Nick. They told us, you're not going to get the rotten treatment all the way. And we were like, we are okay with that.
It was
We're
cold.
okay
Yeah.
with that. It's fucking cold outside.
I mean, we would have taken it with a smile on our faces.
With a smile on our faces. We'll
Yes.
take it anytime. But I think, like, it's good for us to do it in season because I'll give you guys a good heads up. And, like, literally, we were talking earlier tonight to Andrew, and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to walk your dead body out, flop it on the ground, and be like, with rotten treatment. Fuck that dude. So, yeah, all right. So, we finished our pizza. We went around. We got in line with everybody. You go into the Connex. They got that nice rubber down. They tell us yada, yada, yada. The same thing they've told us a billion times. Nick is a badass at giving the spiel
It
of the
was
haunt.
tweaked a little bit for, the holiday.
Yes, it was tweaked a little bit for the holiday. And then
really
we
well.
went through the haunt. And as I always say, man, I like that they can move a couple of walls and that haunt has a completely different layout. And the layout was really fucking well done.
Yes.
I know on their regular nights they probably have 3 times as many actors out there, so there were a couple of spaces that were like blank because of the amount of crowd that they had, but the people that they had utilized the space so fucking well that it actually seemed like more than it was. And I really, really, really enjoyed the hell out of that. Also to say that they have really good setup rooms, and then they have these endless hallways with like nothing that are so drab, and it's a really good transition between their scenes. I love how walking through Nightmare at 3008 feels like you're in a post-apocalyptic movie. Like on the back streets of Vegas, going through houses and through fucking alleyways. That's all. I always feel like that out there. But everybody always does such a fucking stellar job out there. I kissed boots. I was ridden a couple of different times. Piggyback. They made me take a battery in, which halfway through they acted like they were going to hook up to jumper cables and shock me with, and I peed a little bit.
Yes.
I thought they were too.
I thought they really were.
They did not. Thank
So they
fucking God.
whipped the shit out of him and passed
should
me
have.
the whip, and I got to whip the fuck
Like,
out of him too, and that was
Yes.
fun.
Next time, make him sign some waivers or something.
Yeah, and
'cause
shock the shit out of me.
you should totally
Do
shock
it.
Guys, eventually we will figure out a way to get these hats across the board. They're kind of like hard to
Yes.
come by right now, but I
Yes.
promise you they are coming. They are coming.
Yes.
So what was y'all like? What was your impression, Grim, of Nightmare at 3008
Holy
this year?
fuck! I am never, ever disappointed by this haunt. Everything. I don't want to give away stuff, but the actors give it their all. They have the heart. I fucking love everything about this haunt. And so for this night in particular, I got whipped, I got choked, I got beaten, I got bit, I got everything. It was so fun. I loved it. Thank you for such a good show.
Yes, thank you for a good. Always from them, always, and a special applause to the Raider girls.
Oh
And
yes, we love the Raider
how
girls
how they
so much.
they're
We
so
love
good
you.
at their domination, and we
Love
appreciate the hell out of it. Now, Tommy.
Nightmare 3008 is always different because, I mean, we're usually getting the rotten treatment in one way or another, so there's a lot that I miss. I've never seen the haunt. Like, normally, it's always rotten treatment, and we're always covered in shit, and we can't see because there's stuff in our eyes, and I'm bound.
Yeah.
Well, this time you got to see a bit more.
So what
I
did you
did
think?
get to see a bit
Yeah.
more this time, but I was still focused on what was going on in front of me with Matt possibly being electrocuted.
and you getting taken off every room.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the spankings and boot kissing and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it does look really cool in there. I love how you walk up that right in the beginning. It's not really giving away anything. Just right in the beginning, you can see like the front of like an old house look. And I thought that looked really cool.
I think
It
somebody-
was definitely different from the following. I don't know if that was just for Valentine's.
Well, they went. I think they took it in the trail in a different direction this
Yeah,
time
they
because they
didn't have
normally
the
go
outside
up the
over
hill
either.
and then down
Which
into the house.
their outside is phenomenal.
Yeah, their outside is fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
I
love
mean
the
the whole
setup.
the whole haunt is kick ass.
Yes.
But
So,
Which is amazing.
what, like anything else, you guys? Of course, shout out to Nick and Hammer for all the great work they do. Shout out to
And
everybody
the
out
amazing
there.
food there.
The food, the fucking
Yes.
entertainment. Like,
Yes.
there's
Oh,
always
yes.
something going on out there
that
at
is
Nightmare.
another thing I love about Nightmare 30 is because I can get a shot and a couple beers and eat some
Something was
pizza
happening.
and have a good fucking time.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, like, for the haunt, again, it was such a great haunt. Valentine's Day haunt. All of their out-of-season haunts are just crazy off the wall, and they always come up with some wild ideas. And this was no different. They did such a great job. We can't say thank you enough to Nightmare at 3008.
Thank you.
Also, we
Love you.
We may be doing some commercials for them this year. We're super
Really?
stoked about that.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
excited about that.
Filming.
We got to have lunch, like had Shane and Tim and Nick all at the same table, like
That was
talking about
beautiful.
ideas and when they're gonna release, like when they're opening and shit. It was fucking
I
awesome.
love
That
it when
makes me
haunts reach
happy.
out to multiple companies. Like,
So
get as much publicity as you can.
yep. So all this great stuff happening. Thank you again to Nightmare 3008.
Yes.
Their event was called Love Bites. Go check them out. Go check out Mad Pies.
Yes.
They're fucking phenomenal. I know you can't check out Valentine's Day at this point. This is kind of a retrospective. But trust me, keep an eye on them on Facebook because they always do out-of-season stuff. It's always fucking wild.
Mad Pies is always open.
And Mad Pies is
Yes.
We
always
usually
open.
have some kind of live music.
They'll have
on the
live. They
weekends,
got
but-
karaoke nights. They got open mic nights. They got all kinds of shit out there. So definitely go check it out, guys.
Do it.
But that's our review for Nightmare at 3008. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
We'll be right back in the next segment. And now a special message from Bobo the Clown from the Haunted Chicken House.
Hi, this is Bobo, and I'd like to, whatever that big word is, invite you to the Haunted Chicken House for the 2023 season. That's a lot of twos. Yeah, come see us for the 2023 season. I look forward to seeing you.
Warning. Warning. Incoming review for Arcs Mortis in Killen, Alabama.
All right, guys, welcome back to another segment of this
Welcome.
Rotten Mornings podcast.
Rotten.
I hope you've enjoyed the podcast so far. God knows what it's like. I don't know ever, so hopefully
do
it's
we
good.
know?
Hopefully it's
Nothing.
good. Hopefully it's good. But in this segment, we will be talking about our experience at Arcs Mortis at Ghost Hill in Killen, Alabama. They always put on a fucking badass
Yes, they
My Bloody
fucking
Valentine, and that's what we went to. And it was, as always, amazing as fuck.
do. And again, never disappointed with this haunt either.
So, just start throwing out your ideas. We came all the way fucking down here from fucking almost to my hometown, which is basically right outside of the hometown of Florence. Eric, what up?
Yes.
Florence people, what up? I think Eric's the only Florence person in here. I apologize to you for that. It's
Yes.
probably why he's so bitter of a human being.
So we had a crap ton of people there with us that
Killen
night.
is 2.5 hours from us.
So
It is.
definitely worth it.
We went down there, and it was us and Mimi and
My little spawn.
your Spawn and Derek and the Haynes went with us.
Yes.
And
Ecto
we
was
met
out
up,
there.
Mimi was there.
and Ecto was there. And we met up with some cats from Insanitarium because
Yes.
Bo and them were there.
Yep.
And is that it? Cody came with. Did Cody?
Yes.
Cody was out there, but we never crossed paths with him.
We tried, but there was a
Yeah, I
lot
there
of
was
people.
a lot of people and a
About
lot of
20 minutes
shit.
behind us
Yeah.
in that line.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
So
of people
the
there.
first and foremost thing that stands out for like My Bloody Valentine and Arcs. First of all, when you pull up to Arcs, you fucking know you're at a good haunt. Their frontage is ridiculous.
Holy shit, yeah.
Like-
Their whole haunt is fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's
Their whole haunt is
Like,
ridiculous, but the front of that place has more of a profile than most of the places in town. Like everybody else has it, like, but it's like something else. Like any other place I've been to, they just don't have that. Dude, it looks like a fucking ghost town. It's fucking
It looks
bad
like
as
they've
shit.
been building some stuff recently too.
They have.
Like add-ons.
So, like I was saying about My Bloody Valentine, the thing that really stands out for me is how many actors come out with Scurry Face and how many actors from around the world go to that show. And
Yes.
man, it was awesome. I first off want to say again thank you to Cupcake and Nightmare for
Oh, yeah.
coming and hanging out with us because they were working that.
We love you guys so much. You guys
was-
are
Love
amazing.
meeting y'all.
It's so
For
much
real.
fun dealing, like,
Yes.
getting to talk to them, hang out with them, do a couple of, like, taser videos with them.
Yes.
It's always the best. We
It
had
was fun
such a
as
fun
fuck.
time getting tased and tasing them.
I love their look too.
Yeah.
It's such a unique clown
I just
look.
I love
Agreed.
getting to hang out and talk with you guys.
Yes.
That was like the greatest.
And then we
Greatest
show
ever.
up, and I'm going to try my hardest to kind of name as many people as I can, but I fucking suck at
Oh
that.
god, I
so
suck too. I
we
don't
the
even
first
know.
thing we do is that Mike fucking Ross meets us there right in the
Yes.
entryway in his cat
Yes.
outfit, and,
And
it was
like
bad
the
as
whole
fuck.
night, every time I looked up, he's up there
Thing
climbing
that they were
around. on the-
on.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
was so fucking cool.
So great.
There was a couple people up there.
Yeah,
Fucking loved it.
and I don't remember everybody's name
Like a big
either,
scratchy
but
post.
all the
I know.
cats, vice versa's out there. Rainbow Twitch with her other
Oh,
characters,
other character
Scorn,
names.
Renegades, other characters.
Slippy.
Trying to remember all the
Slippy,
character names, that's a bit hard for
Fucking
me right
everybody. We didn't
Which-
get to
do you
see
still have the Q-tip from
Courtney. I
Slippy?
really
Rachel?
wanted to see her, but we didn't. We seemed to be in the opposite place the whole
Yes.
time. We saw Joseph Birdshaw. We saw the
Slider
Willahim,
Yes.
Slider Jesus. Fucking God, there were so many people. Sorry for anybody
Who's
we didn't
the
miss.
Red Devil?
Slain.
Slain, hell he.
Is that
No,
was
no,
that
no.
Joseph?
Willaham,
No, that was
Willaham
Joseph
is the
Okay,
guy in
I
the
thought you
gas
were
mask. What's his
mispronouncing.
name? He's got the
Oh, fuck,
craziest
fuck.
fucking name. Somebody tagged him in one of our posts.
What is it?
He's the same one that was the clown feeding me condoms at Transworld.
Yes.
He is such a
chewing up all
badass, dude.
those condoms.
But, you know, and you're in the midway with all these fucking, like, badass people, like, the top-notch people. Bubba was there.
That's true.
Fucking, I'm going to keep remembering names as we go on. Avery was out there playing. Amelia Bell was out there.
I got to see Avery there.
Yeah.
But, you know, just being in that midway with that much action and that much, like, passion and that much, like,
I'd have to say that's
amazement.
probably one of the best midways ever, and it only happens one time a year.
One time a year, the best fucking
Valkyrie.
midway we've been to. Valkyrie.
There's so many
We're just gonna keep
badasses
getting
out
more. I
there.
said Slippy. We got
Okay,
Slippy.
you said, okay. Gigs?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember! What did we say?
I'm
We
going
go
to
over
try
this
to
list
help
again.
work it next year. I think that'd be dope.
That'd be bad as hell. So
Yes, so many.
you get through the midway and you go into Arcs, and Arcs is just a fucking great laid out haunt. It has so much space and so much distance. And one of the things that always stands out in this haunt to me is the simplest of things. And it's like they have two fucking never-ending hallways that no other haunt can have that I've seen. And I fucking love those hallways. They're simple as fuck. Not to mention the fact that I love everybody in there was doing a great job.
Yes.
Great fucking energy, great actors. I think that there were certain places because of the rain that they moved a lot of people out of, which sucks because there was not a lot of action there.
understandable.
But it's
I mean,
raining.
it's
It's
raining.
understandable. But the rain added
was
so
cold.
much to the whole walkthrough and the experience.
It does.
In total, it made it feel more
Creepy.
terrifying.
Cold.
Like, I want to get the fuck in there. Oh, I want to get the fuck away from this guy.
It's like the 5D
Yeah.
experience.
But just, dude, the amount of movement through Arcs, the amount of pushing, they have such a great blend of few animatronics and good actors and good sets, and you move from like you're in a fucking clown tent, then you're in a fucking mine shaft, and you look like you've walked into a fucking cave. Like,
It's
they had
very
this
good
great
flow,
way.
though,
Yes.
It was
going
awesome.
from one scene to the next. Like, it goes
Phenomenal.
into each other so perfectly well, so well done.
I missed the doctor scene this time. There was
Yeah, the doctor
nobody.
wasn't in the
I
doctor
know.
scene. I love
I
him.
love
The
that.
dentist room,
The dentist,
was it?
yes.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite scene from last year. Or two, no,
So
2
let's
years ago.
let's go around. I kind of said my piece. The one you.
Oh man, it's so hard. I can't choose a favorite for one. There's no way. It's so good. It's so well. Like, I really like the eyeball person though. I
Oh,
don't know the
yeah,
character name,
yes.
but it's so.
It's so
I've never seen
adorable.
anything like that.
And she
I-
was, and
The
they
teddy bear
were,
was the
they were
shit.
going.
Yes,
They
I
looked so
love
happy to
that.
see us, and we were just like, "Oh, we love you so
Yes.
much." It was adorable.
I wish I could name off everyone, like point out everybody,
Is
because
that
there
one that had
wasn't
the teddy
anything
bear?
I was disappointed with whatsoever.
No, she was in the room where you
So,
come in and there's a
who?
caged wall,
Teddy
and she's
bear.
got like an eyeball. Maybe she
Oh,
did have a teddy bear.
That was a
But it was
happy
just like a
bear.
Someone in
full
a
eyeball.
teddy bear suit.
Oh yeah, that was running
Yes.
around. Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Dude, everybody in there gave it. We got to see Lucy Screws from fucking Vickers Viles group, and she's awesome. She reached out to us to do some videos, but unfortunately we're 2.5 hours away from there.
I know.
And
But-
Fee from Haunted
Fe-
Chicken House
yeah,
was there
seeing
too.
Peggy,
Yeah.
hell the fuck yeah, man. She was,
Yeah.
man, her makeup was on point. She was doing such a
Yes.
good job. Again, as we'll jog
Great
our memory
job.
more and remember
Yes.
more people's names because we suck at it.
As we go, yeah.
There was a guy in a rabbit mask that has talked on one of the things, and I kept saying like, "Oh, it's the fucking guy in the fucking rabbit mask," and every time
Yeah.
he'd come around the corner, it was awesome. All right,
Yes.
so I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that was great. That was perfect. I'm good. That's
Yeah,
good.
we've all kind of
Yeah.
just been all over the place.
So what was your synopsis like? What is your standout points on it for you?
I mean, of course, I wish I could have seen the dentist scene again.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I guess they were. I mean, it was an off night. I mean, they're just having fun out there.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone did a good job. Other than like you said, the couple areas that didn't have
Yeah.
people in them was kind of empty.
But I do know that there was
Which
like
stinks,
we
but-
actually caught up with a group that
The
was
rain.
semi in front of us too, and then of course we're also going pretty slow at some areas, so it was like big build up behind us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there when we got to the gate, we ended up in a bit of a Congo line, but the
We
guy
did.
in that area did a little bit of like standing in front and regulating people, and it started to spread back out again. So
Yes.
Yeah.
hats off to the guy who was out in the courtyard
Courtyard guy, you're
yeah,
awesome.
courtyard guy that was cutting people off. Oh yeah, Everett. Fucking, how do we forget?
Everett was
was
there,
doing such
yeah.
a good job. Like, I
Very
haven't
good
gotten to go through a haunt without knowing that Everett was in a place.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never really got to experience like Everett acting.
At first,
He
I
did a
didn't
great
know if it
fucking
was him
job.
or not.
He did a great fucking
Yeah.
job. He was on point, man. He was
He
on point.
was.
Everett's good.
What's up, Dudley?
I hope
Fuck
Dudley!
you.
Yeah.
I hope I can make it to the chicken house this year.
S.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm just kind of looking at some of the comments. So yeah, Arcs Mortis MBV, always a great fucking show, always a great
Yes.
fucking time.
Good job, guys.
Hats off to Scurryface for what they do out there. It's one of their like my favorite events of theirs, and hats off to
Like those
everybody.
actors.
And someone just got proposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Courtney and,
Yes, and I can't
Oh,
remember
I
what his
seen the
name
video.
is. But he
Yes.
was at Transworld with them too, and it was awesome.
It was
So
beautiful.
fucking awesome! Congratulations, you
Yes,
guys!
congratulations.
Congratulations! It's such a that fucking dude is a fucking genius, and he
Yes.
fucking pulled it at the best fucking time. That video is fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah, as a haunter, you cannot not love that fucking video.
She's always been one of my favorites.
Yes.
Yes, every single person I've
I
talked to is
love
like,
her
I really want to
costumes.
see Courtney. I really want to.
I didn't see her this time either.
We didn't
No.
cross
I
paths.
think
with
she
us,
was
so-
she was in the midway as we were in the house.
Yep,
But
yep.
I mean,
it's
it's
all
not so
good.
bad. We got to see her at Transworld.
It's all
Mark is his name. Thank you, fucking Dudley the dummy.
good. What's
but-
up, Dudley?
Yeah, Dudley's on here. You know that douchebag.
Be nice.
Whatever. He's already said something. And look, right there. Fuck you, Matt.
That's okay.
Right, the first thing he said.
Because you started it.
So yeah, that's our synopsis for
Orbeez.
Arcs Immortus at Ghost Hill.
Yes.
Join us in the next segment for our next segment.
Bow!
Fuck you, Grim.
Fuck you! Piece of shit.
And now a special message from Conjure.
This is Mambo Baptiste, owner of Magic City Conjure, Birmingham's one-stop shop for hoodoo supplies, Santeria, witchcraft, and voodoo. You can find us at magiccityconjure.com. Also on Facebook, we're located at 2503 7th Avenue South, Birmingham. Magic City Conjure, the most magical place in Birmingham.
Warning! Warning! Incoming review for Warehouse 31, located in Pelham, Alabama.
All right, guys, welcome back to this segment of Rotten Mornings. This is the third segment, and today we'll be talking, in this segment, we'll be talking about Warehouse 31, which we actually just got done going through. And
It is
for
fresh
their,
on our minds.
what was the name of theirs? It was just, was it Bloody Valentine?
What is it?
Yeah, that
We're
works.
stupid.
Yeah, I can't remember. We probably should have researched before. Hello, William. Hello.
But we had an
We
awesome
were
fucking
looking at
time.
it.
Their escape room was really fun.
Oh, we went through the escape room, and yes, it was so much fun.
Yeah, it's we haven't gone through an escape room since we did it at City of Chaos and got mad at each other, and this went really, really
I
well.
was
This
really
did.
tired
And
that
we
night.
kicked its ass. We got out of there in
Yes.
2.5 minutes of remaining, and it was
I
a good
helped.
puzzle.
I helped maybe 3%.
Yeah.
Same. I was probably like 2%.
It was her and Mimi that were tackling it.
Yeah. Nikki, you go. You go.
So the fucking escape room right off the jump, that was good.
Yes.
Then we went through the 3D experience.
That was so fucking cool.
I love doing a good 3D maze, especially if it's not too
They
over
give
the
you the
top with
glasses.
3D to like make you dizzy, and theirs is just enough that it settled for me. I'm very particular about spinning, moving, or
Bloody
weird-
Valentine's Day.
Yes, it's called Bloody Valentine's Day.
Found it.
So you go into the 3D experience. There's all these great like paintings, and the floor reminds me of old school cartoons where they have the trail like painted like it's going up the wall and then coming back down the wall and
Yes.
shit. I love the walkways into the little doors where it, like you look like you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to go in this little tiny door.
It
And
almost
then,
kind of reminds you of like a dark ride or something.
it is. It's like
yeah.
walking through a dark ride. Hell yeah, it
like
is.
a 3D dark ride.
I love the goat face painted on the. It looked like it was a drop window.
Yeah.
That's
I
that.
like the heads where they had the red on some of the face, and the face looked like it was way far away
Oh,
when you were a
yeah.
distance away
That
from it.
orange really popped out
Yeah.
more
It
than any
did.
of them.
It's the red in those polar sensitive, whatever they're called. It's like red goes as far forward and blue goes as far back, and then the spectrum falls in between that. Like green's in the middle. So it's you can paint it. It pops. That's why the ROTN shirts pop because of the red.
Such a kick-ass idea.
Yeah, it's great.
Very
It's
much.
fucking great. Great actors in there. We had a lot of the clown girl at the front, dude. She was really fucking selling it, and she kept coming out of the haunt and was like, "Hey, how are y'all?" Blah, blah,
We got
blah.
photos with
We
her.
got photos with her.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yes.
But it was super, super fun going through the 3D thing, and like I said, everybody did a great job, and it's a well put together thing. I like that they had like the heart candies on the wall with the Be Mine to tie it into the Valentine's Day thing.
Yeah, like faded into Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Back. That's pretty cool.
I love the hell out of it. I love that they've got that neon truck because I've never been in a 3D maze that also had the real D truck that's almost running over
The
you.
real D.
Yeah, the real D, the big D. So yeah, that was awesome. Then we came out, and of course we didn't mention that in their midway you can get Cokes, you can get beer, you can get merch, you can do karaoke. They have a nice little seating area. It's really well suited for people chilling in a midway.
Yes, it is.
Then they have a ton of fucking porta potties out back and a
Yeah,
large
you can choose
smoking
from
area.
a multitude of them.
A multitude
Even a
of
see-through
porta
one.
potties. Yeah, even
Yeah.
a see-through one.
So
You probably
much-
weren't supposed to pee in
so
that.
much
Yeah, probably
shitting,
not, Nikki. You probably should have
So
done
much
that.
smoking.
Yeah, so much shitting, so much smoking. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
You
Shut
can
up.
shit and smoke at the same time.
So then we went through the main haunt, and like we've always said,
Oh,
God,
there's snacks and concessions.
Yes,
had,
they have, like,
popcorn
popcorn
and
and-
lots of different candies to choose
Yep.
from and whatever else.
and sodies and all
All
that fun
kind
stuff.
of.
So poppers.
So this haunt always has such intricate sets. Some of the most
Highly detailed.
highly detailed sets and well motioned, like where you're not like stepping out of a, say, bathroom into a ballroom. You have a motion through each one of those rooms that feels more natural of where you're going and how it moves into the next area, and I love that about this place.
I fucking love the living room scene.
I love
Oh
all the
my
living
God.
rooms.
It really
yes.
felt like I was in like my old friend's living room or something in a trailer park, like when I was a kid.
And the kitchen
The old
always
70s
makes me
look
think
to
of
it.
walking into the set of Resident Evil,
Yeah.
because they've got that table in the middle and there's the
I
three
can see that.
skeletons and all the fucking shit is banging. It reminds me
That
of the
shit's
opening
banging.
of Resident
I
Evil.
love it.
Shit's
Everything about it, like, again, and I've said this before, literally smells are my least favorite fucking thing,
Yes.
but they nailed down the smells. Hats off to them for really
Yes.
making it super fucking like horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I
place
cannot fucking
stinks.
stand it.
It's
But then he's got one where you come out of like shit smell into like chocolate chip cookie smell.
Yeah.
What's up, Biggs? Hey, Biggs. Hey.
Biggs, it's my Biggs!
Um,
The
so,
rumor, that's what the porta potties are there for.
oh yeah, exactly.
Rub it all over the wall.
But some of the rooms that were stand out for me, like you said, the living room, all the house rooms, the doll room where
I
the dolls are
fucking
Oh,
hanging
the
like
closet!
puppets.
I love the
All these
closet.
Closet
like
made me
old
so
looking
Really?
bird cages with like dolls stuffed into
Yeah.
them, and the dolls are all dirty.
The
and dingy
fucking
and,
cave mines and the fucking mining elevator in that one room. I love the way
The
that
surgical
looked.
room. I know that was your favorite room, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool room. Too.
So we all got to go to that
That
one. So
gurney
I'm,
was
I'm
old.
interested to see what you thought of this particular haunt, because you didn't get to go to the other ones with us, but you went with this one. So what did you think of the whole experience?
I thought it was great. My first haunt with ROTN. Good experience. And like you said, you've already pretty much covered it. Every room was highly detailed. Like the dollhouse room, for example.
Yes.
You just look into the dollhouse and it's like, you're paying attention to that dollhouse.
It's so
Those
detailed.
actors were hidden, yes, and the actors were hidden so well in that room. It was great.
I like
Yes.
the catacombs with the hallway in there where you come down and they've got the statue on either side. It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
really, really good. They can take you to an outside feeling that's kind of inside at the same time. I really like that about it.
And the actors, very high energy.
Very
I was
high
very
energy.
pleased with what
They
they were
did,
doing.
they did a good job.
In the
Yes.
closet, I've actually never seen anything like that. Like,
Oh, that
for
was
anything,
cool.
because it's honestly, it felt like a like a dream that I've had before. Like you just
Nice.
like a never-ending closet.
What I really like about the closet, they didn't
like
have an
that.
actor here, but I noticed there was a place for an actor where one of the clothings are half inside, half outside of a hole in the wall. So somebody could stand on the other side of the wall inside of the clothes and scare them from outside of the clothes.
Oh, wow.
It looked cool. There wasn't an actor there that night. I'm sure they do it regularly, but it's a fucking badass little spot.
Yes. Yes.
But it was good. I got a good handful of times
You got
out there. I got.
It was great.
It was great. And we got a lot of pictures, and we ran into some cats from Nightmare at 3008, Andrew,
Yes, we did.
and what's the other girl?
God damn, when you do that, then it makes it where
It's
I
like-
can't think of it. I hate when
Your-
you do that.
Your boot.
Yeah, the girl that was
No,
riding me.
no.
The riding
I thought you
crop.
kissed her boot, too.
No, that was
That's what
Elaine.
it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate when you do that.
Sorry, I suck. I remember Andrew because he traumatized me. It's the first time I've ever thrown up in a haunt, and I'll never forget it. But then again, the Raider girls also traumatized me quite often
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Is he the one that put the pig's foot in your mouth?
Yeah, he put a pig's foot in my mouth and wrapped my head in plastic wrap. Anyways,
That was a good night.
Warehouse 31. We want to thank Mimi for coming out, for Cody and his woman for coming out, and Haynes for coming out,
Yes.
and Nikki for coming out, and Tommy
Like
for coming out.
everybody. All of you guys.
I love that the more times we go out to haunts, and we always bring like a decent little group out for them. So that's fucking awesome because we're really, I love that we're able to spend good money at these fucking haunts and keep.
And it makes us look like we actually have friends.
It makes it
It
look like we have
does.
friends. It's
Like,
great.
who would have
It's great.
thought?
And they
Who
don't
would
even
have
cost
thought?
that much, so take
Yeah.
it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're getting off easy.
We pay for
Yeah, Biggs, we actually did talk about Arx Mortis, but you might have to go back and watch it. But this is the end. Anything else y'all want to say about Warehouse 31?
How many of us peed in the porta potties?
I
You
peed
did.
in there.
You did.
It was
Okay.
nice. They were nice.
Yeah, you deserve a gold star.
Yay.
All right.
you know.
Anybody else? Anything else
I
you want
peed in the porta
It was awesome talking to everybody that we got
It
to
was.
engage with at Warehouse 31. To all of you guys, thank you for a great experience. To all you actors, thank you for putting on a great show.
Yes. Very much.
And you guys, if you ever get a chance and Warehouse is doing another one of their off-season events, go fucking check it
Are
the fuck
there
out.
any other off-season haunts coming up anytime soon?
I don't know. Well, next Saturday we're going to Paranoia in Georgia. And then, of course,
I won't be here.
I'm
March,
sad for that.
we're going to be going on the legendary haunt tour in Kentucky.
Which
So-
I will hopefully be with you guys.
Hoping.
So yeah, guys, that is the end of this segment on Warehouse 31. We love you very much, and thank you for sticking around for it. And we will be back with another segment in just a second. And now a mini review with Nikki on the Oddities and Curiosities Expo in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, so you went somewhere special over the weekend.
Yeah, so I went to an Oddities Expo over in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. And the next one they're going to do is in Texas, I believe. But for any of you bone collectors out there, vulture culture nerds, good place to go. Definitely stop, get your bones, get your, I got a diaphanized axolotl. So it was really cool.
That sounds adorable.
It was adorable. It is adorable.
Yes. So yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
And what was your favorite? Did you have a favorite vendor, favorite person you met, or anything like that stood out to you?
The mascot. He was
Oh.
walking around. Yeah, they had a freak show at one point, and he was walking around the whole grounds, just checking on everybody. Like, there's a little kid. It's like, hey, you like mermaids? Look, it's like, yeah. Okay, good. There's a dead one over there.
So of course you had to go look at it.
Yes.
Yes, this is Nikki, the bone collector, by the way.
It's a good
Yes.
The bone.
The bone collector. Okay.
Or as in Matt says, bone good.
Yeah.
Bone good. Bone good.
Bone good.
Bone good.
Bone good.
The boat.
All right, guys, that's this
The
segment.
bone fairy.
Yes.
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Bon.
Rotten?
Rotten.
What's rotten?
Bone good.
Bone good, rotten.
Warning! Warning! Incoming review for Paranoia Haunted House in Canton, Georgia.
All right, guys, and welcome back to another review. We got to go to a bunch of kick-ass haunts. This is for Paranoia Haunted House in Canton, Georgia.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because any town I say in Georgia, I'm going to say it like that. Union Canton.
Oh my God!
So yeah, I just want to start off by saying this was a long drive, and I don't know how my directions got us on back roads, but we were on back roads the whole fucking time.
Honestly, the drive was well worth it. I would
It was
do
definitely
again.
worth
it.
It was definitely, the haunt itself
Yes.
was worth every pain in the ass on that drive.
Yes.
Including the gas pumps that pumped like...
Oh my God, those gas pumps! Not the haunt. There's no gas pumps at the haunt.
But there was a gas station that we stopped at. Before we got to the haunt, it was a Sunco, and I was trying to pump $30 worth of gas, and it took me 10 minutes to pump $5 worth of gas. And I
Fuck
was like,
you, Sunco! We
Yeah,
hate you!
Sunco
Bad
sucks.
review for you,
Bad
you
review
bitch!
for Sunco. But yeah, so we arrived at Paranoia, met up with some friends. We had Cody and his woman was out there. Mambo was out there.
Yes,
Derek came with
Nikki.
us. Nikki came with us. And
Carrie
actually
was
came
there,
with us.
yes.
So that was super cool.
It was.
So we went up there, and we had to park kind of down the hill from it because their parking was filled up. Damn, they were busy as
Oh, so busy. I'm so glad that they had such a great turnout.
shit.
that
Yeah.
night.
So we got in a line, and the first haunt we went through was the second haunt.
Oh,
and
wait, we got the combo tickets.
We did.
gotta
We got
state
the
that,
combo
which
tickets. Were $30 a piece.
Yes.
For the VIP ticket, it's only $20 more. It's only $50.
And I would definitely recommend
I would
getting
get the
that.
VIP ticket. I would get it
because
get
it was
the-
packed out.
It was packed. One of the things that like stood out, like that's different about this haunt than I've seen a lot of other haunts, just from the front, is that I couldn't tell how big the queue line was.
Yes.
It's very like disguised behind a bunch of like
I love
really
that.
cool sets, fucking
Oh
cool
my God,
scenery.
those catwalks
The
in there,
catwalks
like
and
everything.
yeah, those were badass.
I like that. That's like, it keeps the actors that are up there more protected and away
Yep.
from everybody.
And they're
Like,
able to move in and out from different points in
Yes,
the crowd, and
yes.
I love the hell out of
It was so well lit, and the whole setup, the whole scene, all the atmosphere, everything was beautiful.
Great music playing, and it wasn't like so loud it was giving you a headache, but it was loud enough. It was a
Yes.
very party atmosphere. There was
Yes.
smoke in the lines.
So
and-
many fog machines everywhere, and it was so well placed.
And I think, like, me personally, I counted at least 10 Midway workers that
Yes.
night, if not 12 to
And
13.
they were so interactive with everyone.
They were all interactive. Everybody seemed like they were having a fucking hell of a time.
Yes, I loved everyone, but there was 3 that were very stand out to me. One of the main ones was the orange-haired clown. I cannot remember the name he told me that his name was, his character's name. But he never broke character for me. He was absolutely fucking phenomenal. I love an actor that never breaks character
Yeah,
for nobody,
agreed.
for anybody. I love it. And the clown girl that had the really big hammer, she was fucking badass.
Yeah, she
Holy
was
shit,
badass.
I could not stop watching her. Never broke character again. And Cupid guy.
Cupid was
Yes.
that was he was one of my
Cupid
favorite
was
ones. He
phenomenal.
was awesome. Had like an arrow in his
Yes.
hand. He was talking about every time he would talk, he's talking about going around and trying to shoot people with these arrows and these numbskulls walking around. He was hilarious.
Yes.
Super
And-
awesome. And the other guy that really stood out to me, costume wise, was the king guy with the black crown on, because it looked so.
Oh,
It
yes.
looked like a
Oh,
decaying,
God. He was
yeah,
good.
It was badass.
He was badass.
But everybody, the girl with the axe that came through, that
Yes.
posed up with us a couple of times.
Yes.
The guy with the Valentine's Day that said, I hate you, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
The kid with the skull mask that was just getting it with that
Man,
shovel,
he was
dude.
very high energy.
The demon guy that had the long coat on, that was dropping it on the catwalk.
Oh, yeah. He
with
kept
the other
dropping
girl.
it up there.
Yeah. Dude, there were so many awesome, like, Midway workers. They were all doing a kick-ass job, and they were just
Yes.
giving it their all, and mad applause for that.
Yes.
So the first attraction, we didn't have that long of a wait. We went through, and it was beautiful.
Oh, it was so good.
Like, their scenes are so complete,
One
and
of the scenes.
Mimi's looking at it like, shit, this is a lot of the stuff that I was thinking about, because it's like the swamp to this to that.
Yes.
But all of it was so well built. It had so many different ups and downs, and you kind of never knew. And the actors in there were like, they were giving it, you know, they were working with something, you know, and
They were working with something.
Yeah.
They had cake for days.
Yeah, they were
got something.
like able to like work the room that they were in. I would have liked to see a little bit more acting
versus the props, like the animatronics. I would very much like to see that more, but what they have was very well put together,
and
very
dude,
psychologically
such
clever.
an interesting movement through all that stuff too, how you looped back around on yourself. Like I love the shit out of that. I think that I like the first one we went through probably better than the second one, but I think the second one was more comprehensive. There was more to it than the first one was.
It was something to see in every room.
Yes,
and I love
room.
when the scenes flow together very well like that.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things in a haunt, and they nailed it.
I've never been in a haunt where I could see a scene below me. Like where we're going across a catwalk, looking into another scene that we haven't, that we're not about to get to, and being able to see other people move through it. I think
like
that was
that
really
too.
fun.
That
Just
was.
in that one place. I know it'd rob a lot of the scenery if you did it anywhere else, but it was super fun. That was super fun.
It's a fun little mind game thing.
Yes, a fun
That was
little mind
great.
game.
Thank you
It was
guys.
great.
I loved it.
And the second haunt, dude, like that one prop, and they have that same prop in their video. The guy with the creature that comes out of its chest, and then the head like looks up at you, and then goes back, and that was fucking badass.
Yes.
I loved the room that had the fans you could see through as well. I love the shit out of those. Just that,
so good.
just the profile. Hell, the profile of the fucking whole haunt just looked like you're walking up on a party.
It did. The atmosphere inside and outside. It was fun. There was the DJ outside.
Yeah.
He was so hype.
Their merch shop was
Oh my
great.
god. Nat got me a bunny.
I got her a little.
It was the softest bunny ever.
A bunny missing an eyeball.
Yes,
And they
that's
had
great.
like patches and shirts and backpacks and
Yes,
stuffies.
Carrie got
and
incense.
Carrie got incense. They had crystals. Dude, they have everything. And it was a really cool way they had their shop put together.
Everything. It was very well organized.
It was.
The whole place.
Even when we went into the second line inside of the second haunt, and they have those giant TVs, and I bet they play shit on those TVs when you wait in there. They had so many fucking photo ops everywhere.
So many photo ops. Holy
and
shit.
everybody was really, really
And good different
wanted
lighting
to get
everywhere.
pictures with you as well. And I think that was bad as fuck.
I love that. How they want to be involved. They want you to be involved and be a part of things. And like I said, they're very interactive. And it seemed like the way they ran the haunt too. They were all very communicative with all the workers, and it was so well organized. I applaud that.
Yeah.
I know that takes a lot of effort.
And on the names side note, one of our friends that's in the ROTN community, Ravi, was there, and she was said she wasn't managing, but she did a whole bunch of shit that night, running back and forth. So we didn't cross paths with her, and my dumbass did not even realize how many people we were close to in Canton, Georgia. I guess I should, I don't know, pay attention to our posts, people, so then that way you'll know where we're going. Please pay attention to our posts.
One thing that I didn't know is before we got there at about 8 o'clock, they had fireworks. We missed the fireworks. And
Oh,
I'm
really?
sad.
Oh,
Yes.
that sucks, man.
But that's
Oh,
awesome
man.
that they had that.
Hell yeah. And they had a flamethrower going in the fucking audience, too.
Yes.
They had Midway games and
Yes,
snacks
they
in the
did.
Midway and the DJ in the Midway and just, dude, they had all. This is a really complete good
So
haunt.
many different colored lightings and lighted areas, and lots of different porta potties that you could go to too.
Yeah.
Lots of things to get to drink and stuff.
But yeah, I mean, I love the shit out of this haunt. I
Yes.
can't wait to check them out in season.
Yes.
We also, other people side notes, is we ran into some folks that work for Netherworld.
Yeah.
That
That was
super
so
awesome.
fucking awesome.
We ran into some folks from Warehouse 31.
We did.
And that was fucking badass. So, shout out to you guys.
Yes. Shout out
and
to
then,
these awesome haunts.
out of fucking nowhere, Foxy comes out of nowhere, Afton,
Yes.
and she's like, "Oh my god, it's you guys!" And
she's
she
in
was in
full
full costume.
costume.
And she had just come back from Mad Monster, so we got to see her as well. And Ravi told me she actually saw Fox, and she was like, "Oh wait, y'all had somebody in your group that was in clown getup." And she was like, "I was like, well, she wasn't in our group. She is ROTN."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, gave her a rose. I was like, God damn it, we
Yes.
literally missed each other by a second.
Ah!
But again, hats off, Paranoia. Like, to have that many guests on a rescheduled Valentine's Day haunt is surprising
It
and
is.
amazing.
Very well done, you guys. I loved it, and everyone should go check you guys out. I would definitely go again.
So remember, guys, in season, when their season starts back, Canton, Georgia, Paranoia Haunted House. Like, I definitely recommend you go check this place out. It is fucking phenomenal.
Love it!
So, yeah, stay rotten, guys.
Stay rotten. Hey, listeners, wanna choke me?
God damn it, Grim, that's not the lines we talked about.
Hey, listeners, wanna actually learn something here? Well, get a load of Grimm's poetry shorts. Hi, and we're back with Grimm's poetry shorts. And this is about Baba Yaga. I fucking love Baba Yaga. I got this poem from YouTube on a channel called Richie. And so this is Baba Yaga. Out in the frosted Siberian wastes lies a stilted cabin where an old woman waits, waylaying the traveler, hunter, or straggler. Beware of the storm, and to the weather never be a haggler. They say the cabin moves, never stays. It's always roaming. The wisest here know not to travel in the gloaming. When out in winter's dark, and to the frigid cold you'll turn your collar, remember that shifty shack and watch out for Baba Yaga.
That shifty shack.
Shifty shack.
Oh, shifty shack.
With the little chicken legs.
A chicken leg shack. Ah, yes, again, we always comment on the fact that this is technically a haunted chicken house.
So stupid. I mean, it's true. You're not wrong.
It's true.
You're still stupid.
I am stupid.
So,
Actually, the logo we made for the haunted chicken house last year is a Baba Yaga.
and I fucking love that so much. That makes me so happy. So, Baba Yaga is famously known for living in a house built on chicken legs and eating kids. In case you didn't know that.
Yum, yum.
Shut the fuck up. You're so stupid.
Yum, yum. I'm just adding commentary.
Yeah, well, she is a key figure in Slavic folklore and is looked at by many as an old wicked witch or an old hag.
Old hag. Man, that is so old hag.
The earliest mentionings of Baba Yaga that we can find are Mikhail V. Lomenstrov's. I hope I'm not butchering that name.
It sounds like you
Yeah.
are, but I can't
Well,
help you with that one.
Anyway, he created a book called Russian Grammar, and it was created in 1755. And this book was part of a discourse on Slavic folk figures. Before that, she appeared in like different wood-made art, woodcut art, whatever, from the 17th century, and she made regular appearances in different Russian folklore books and different things. But she was well known. She was one of those things that parents told their kids to keep them indoors and outside, keep them from going outside, creating
Into the woods.
mischief,
Yeah.
and peeing on trees and
Yeah.
whatever else. Things that kids do, pee on trees.
Yeah, the cautionary tale of pissing on trees because they might be giant chicken legs with a house on top of them. You know, that old
Yeah,
rag.
who wouldn't look up,
Yeah.
and make sure it's a tree?
Oh, it's a tree.
Oh,
Oh,
you
it's
see
like
Bart.
it's a chicken leg. This happens to me all the fucking time.
Yeah, is that happened to you?
Yes, it has. I peed on a chicken leg in the woods.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I fucking love chicken legs. I love chicken feet. That's all you're gonna say?
No, yes, cool. I peed
You
on
mean
a
you're
chicken
supposed
leg.
to kind of keep it
No,
going
I'm
while I
keeping it
find the
going.
next place?
Oh, okay, so there was a rendition of Baba Yaga in the most recent Hellboy movie. That was fun to see an actual, well-animated giant chicken leg with the house, and it was cool.
Don't they refer to John Wick as Baba Yaga or something?
Something like that? I don't know.
I don't know.
That seems
I need
familiar.
to look more into
Yeah,
that. That's
anybody, just comment on the podcast
yeah.
if they refer to John Wick as Baba Yaga.
But Baba Yaga is much more than an old crone. She feasts on children, which is, a very good thing because there's way too many kids in this world.
There are a lot of kids.
Yes, she's associated with woods and forests and the wilderness of nature. The wilderness of nature.
I got you. Good. I'm glad you specified that for the audience.
The essence of Baba Yaga exists in many cultures and stories, and it symbolizes the unpredictable and untamable nature of the female spirit and of Mother Earth and the relationship of women to the wild.
Wild women.
Yes. And Baba Yaga is cunning and clever, and unlike the two-dimensional witches that you typically read about in different old folklore books and fairy tales and stuff. So yeah, that's why I fucking love Baba Yaga so much.
That's awesome. There's a cartoon on Cartoon Network called We Bear Bears, and in one of the episodes they go to Baba Yaga's cabin, and it like hunts them down because it ends up getting an egg. That Baba Yaga's cabin is trying to have another Baba Yaga cabin, and they end up with a golden egg somehow. And yeah,
holy fuck,
it's
I want to see that.
It's very interesting.
I like that.
It's interesting that they added that into it as well, because you can see Baba Yaga in so many different things where it's like just underscored, like a house with chicken legs. That's Baba Yaga. Yes. They might not even have Baba Yaga. They might just have the house with the chicken legs, but that is Baba Yaga.
See, the house itself is supposed to be continuously moving, like going to new places, but also spinning on the chicken legs.
Yes.
Always spinning around. But she commands fear and respect along with awe and desire. And I love that she's careless and also independent and cruel. She's ferocious and untamable. And unlike most typical women in stories, because most freedoms seem to come like at a cost.
Yeah.
She lives by her own terms. That's
kind of like the old fairy tales where it was like the woman would go and like make a deal with somebody just so she could have somewhat equal rights to any of the men.
Yes, like the deals are so fucking dangerous, but it's like she will free you from what you do. But
it's like, hey, Rumpelstiltskin,
yes.
Can you help me spin yarn into gold? Because if I don't, then like my I'm gonna go poor. I won't be able to do anything because I'm not a man. And that's like all those fairy tales rotate back around to how like poorly women were treated back in the day.
Freeing you from the shackles and everything. Yes. But with her, it's like she's free from all of that. There's no touching what she has. So it's like this magical mystery that surrounds her that nobody really knows.
There's also a Miyazaki film called Howl's Moving Castle that harkens very heavily to Baba Yaga, because Howl's is a Baba Yaga house because it's a house on legs in a way, but it harkens. It has like a note to it, and that almost that Howl is a different kind of Baba Yaga.
Like my thoughts on her is that she takes on this sort of like wicked fairy godmother type idea. That's what I gather.
In Hellboy, she was hideous.
Oh, yes. As far as Baba itself translates to like old or grandmother or woman or something like that. And Yaga is sort of lost in translation. It's typically in old text, it was like hideous or wicked or something like that typically is what like...
Old Grandma Wicked.
Yeah, old Grandma Wicked.
On the chicken house.
She's like a shamanic trickster or... like a hermit or something.
Fuck yeah. Huh. Baba Yaga.
Did you not look up anything on Baba Yaga?
No, fuck
the whole time I was sitting here. What were you
doing?
You're
supposed
Just playing
to
with your
learn me
fingers?
this. This is all supposed to be new to me information, so I'm like rolling with it. I just have a few things that I already know about Yaga Baba.
That makes somewhat sense. But she's like an ogress who steals and cooks and eats her victims, and they're usually children, like I said. And she, in some texts, she's a guardian of the fountains of the waters of life. So what would that be like? The fountain of youth?
Well, I mean, I think it's more like healing water, because I think the fountain of youth isn't just life, it's youth. Life is like a different, it's like where everything comes from. The fountain of life is where all life derives from.
I've been reading this book that I got recently called Baba Yaga's Book of Witchcraft, and it's by Madame Pamita.
And where could you find a copy of that?
I'm so glad you asked, Matt. Take a guess where I got it.
Could you possibly find it at Conjure in Magic City Conjure in downtown
Magic City
Birmingham?
Conjure, that's where I got it.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I got
So,
like another book by Madame Pamita too. It was a book on candle magic, and I love her fucking work. I love it so much. But she explains a lot about Baba Yaga, and it's like her point of view on explaining different stories that are associated with her as well. And you guys need to check it out, seriously. But not only is Baba Yaga like one person, but she's also depicted as three sisters all in one, and they're all called Baba Yaga.
oh, so that's sort of like the thing in oh gosh,
Hercules?
not Hercules, but it was the Fates. They all shared an eyeball. They did that in the Hercules cartoon,
Yeah.
but that wasn't from.
I know it
that.
didn't start there,
Yeah.
but the idea came from Greek
Yeah.
mythology.
But like the sisters, the three witches,
Yes.
and they all share something, so they have to stay close.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Oh, it was in Jason the Argonauts. They had the eyeball
see
they
that.
had to share.
I need to see that then.
It's very good.
But they live in a forest in the hut on the edge of a meadow, which is next to just this really big wooded area. And it's a forest hut that continuously spins on chicken legs, and there's a fence around it that is topped with human skulls. And Baba Yaga has been seen riding through the air on like a tea kettle and sometimes like a broom and different things. So like she's somewhat like where the witch stories have came from, sort of like Hansel and Gretel and different things.
Right.
Yes, which I find very interesting, where it all connects back to her. And she often accompanies Death on her travels to gather newly released souls.
Interesting.
So she's got friends everywhere.
I find it interesting that most women in fairy tales also ate children. Like,
Yeah.
almost all the chicks ate children.
Well, I think that also had to do with the older women were typically the ones who helped deliver babies and everything. So, I mean, if they died, they were probably blamed.
That's
That's
an interesting
yeah.
interpretation of that. I never even thought about that. Like the midwives.
Yes. But in order to enter her hut, you have to stand before it, which is when it's facing the forest, you want it to turn around so you can enter. You say, "Dear hut, please turn your back to the forest and your front to me." And once you get inside, Baba Yaga is there with her bone leg and her nose that has grown into the ceiling because it's so large. And I think, to me, that's sort of like she's in a coffin. And maybe the house is on, like, stilts in a way, but it's because it's a coffin, it's off the ground. And her nose is touching the inside of the casket because she's dead and she's got a bone leg. Maybe it's been picked clean or something. So I think I don't know, like, maybe I'm thinking too much into it.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
But she offers to make a deal or kills you once you enter the house. So she was like a boogeyman to different parents who were just trying to scare their kids.
It's interesting how they have a boogeyman that you have to, like, recite a poem to get in their house, and then you've got a 50-50 chance of either getting killed
Yes, so
or
it's
making a
like,
deal.
don't enter stranger's house, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, don't say poem in front of strangers'
Don't.
house to go into their house.
Oh, what about, what is it? It's like you sing Christmas carols
Yeah,
to different
it's
people.
the horse thing in
Yeah.
fucking Sweden or whatever, where they
Don't
had to
do
like
that shit.
they had to sing at the house, and the house had to sing back to them, and whoever lost the epic rap battle ended up having to feed the other people.
Yes. Baba Yaga is known to be blind, and she uses her sense of smell to find the people. She's able to sniff you out by your flesh.
Because
So-
her nose is fucking
All the way to the ceiling.
all the way to the ceiling.
She can smell everything. She
That's
can
a
smell the mold in the
stuck-up ass
ceilings.
bitch. It's probably just like she's just looking down her nose at everybody, and they're like,
But-
her nose touches the ceiling.
She was known to be sort of like a creature of the dead. And because of that, a creature of the dead can't see the living, but she's the one who guards the other dimension from the living.
Interesting.
I know I'm going everywhere with this,
No,
but it's still.
yeah, it's fun.
Is it? Is it fun? Are you
It's
keeping up?
super
Because
fun.
I'm losing myself
I'm
in this.
I'm keeping up. I enjoy it.
But the reason her house has legs is because of ancient above-ground burials practiced by the Mokshas. That is different Czech type people, like from the ancient times, and that was also in, like I said, it was Slavic culture. So it's different things that were practiced before, where like ancient shamanic people weren't buried on the ground, so they weren't separated so much from either death or life. They were like the middle ground. So they were buried in above ground coffins. So that's why I think maybe the chicken leg and the nose and all of that references that.
Very interesting. Nice rap over it too. I like it.
Meow! Meow! I'm glad you like it. Woo!
So you got anything else?
Nope, I do not.
Nope.
That was the other shit.
That was awesome. Wow, good run through on Baba Yaga. I was not very aware, and like we haven't actually. I think we may have kind of discussed Baba Yaga, but you brought a lot more to the table with the coffin thing and the nose thing.
Because
I
that's
heard
half
about
the
that.
sleep ramblings.
Yeah, but that's good though. It's good. So
Yay!
yeah, I enjoyed
I fucking
your.
love everything Baba Yaga
enjoyed your poetry
chicken feet.
shorts.
and death. I like
She
it.
likes Baba Yaga, chicken feet, and death.
Yes.
That's grim.
I'll go make a deal with her for some toe beans now.
Get them toe beans. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this segment. One more to go.
One more. And then I can have some sleep.
Never. And now a special message from Skinner from the Haunted Chicken House.
Hey everybody, this is Bubba Cousin Skinner, and I'd like to invite you to come check us out this season for the 2023. Come on and have a good time at the Haunted Chicken House.
Hear ye, and welcome to the newest segment in the ROTN Mournings podcast. Yes, lords and ladies, join us and lead us both right here for a new little thing we're calling Wrong to Be Wrong. Tonight.
All right, guys, welcome back to this.
Fuck you.
To this segment that is Rotten Communities, where we ask a question on Facebook.
Let's play the fart song.
No.
Let's play the fart song.
Copyrighted.
It's called the Butthole Song. Look it up on wherever you find Butthole Song. Where is it?
Where is it?
Where is it?
So we ask a question on Facebook, and then we read back your responses, and we kind of discuss a little bit about what we think ourselves. So, the question this week was, how would you imagine hell would actually look and be like? And who here would have a VIP pass straight into it?
You son of a bitch.
So let's start by discussing our feelings about this. You gotta come up here.
Oh, touch me!
Come on. So what do you think hell would actually be like? Or look like?
I think if it wasn't a construct created by man, that at least 80% of the population would be there, or would end up there. Because what the fuck?
Yeah, like literally more than 80%, I imagine, based on the rules.
I mean, when I was 3, I think I stole a peanut from Walmart. I'm going to fucking hell.
Yep. I mean, shit, man, eating pork will send you to hell in a lot of, like, religions.
Yeah.
We all love bacon. We're all pretty much fucked on those ends.
Yeah, I'm extremely confused about all of this.
What do you think hell would look like?
I think it would be full of people who are breaking the commandment of having an idol of Jesus in their house. That is an idol. Yeah.
You're still commenting on how many people would be there. What do you think it would look like?
I think, honestly, it would be beautiful.
I think it would be beautiful too.
It would be really,
but that's
really
okay. So there's it's a little tricky. When you say hell, to a lot of people, it's not a reference of a place that actually exists. It's a reference of what would be the worst place that you could be at.
Oh, the worst.
Yes.
What would hell? Okay.
So
the worst.
personally, what would hell be like to you? Like, what would be your personal hell if it was bad? If it was literally the worst thing that you could be at? And she's thinking about it, everyone. She's contemplating.
I'm thinking.
She's contemplating.
I mean, the only place I could compare it to would be Earth. I have no memory of anything else.
Yeah, but like, okay, say for instance, you don't like sitting in the DMV. So a lot of people would be like, hell looks like the DMV. It's the worst place I could imagine being.
I entertain myself mentally. I mean, I can't tell you that it's the worst.
But where would be the worst place that you would that you would be the least excited at being at, no matter what? The one place you definitely are not going to go to, because that's what hell's going to be like.
A hoarder's house.
A hoarder's house.
A hoarder's house.
So hell is just a fucking hoarder's house full of garbage and trash and fucking bugs and mice and all kinds of fucking fun
No
shit.
bugs. No, I like bugs.
Okay, so no bugs.
No bugs. There'll be no bugs.
Only rats.
Yeah, no.
The big, evil, nasty fucking...
With the really big balls that drag when they walk.
Yeah.
Those are terrible.
They leave like 2 footprints on every side, and it looks like a double-lined highway or some shit.
And they have like chewed up tails. They're like the worst.
They're missing an eye, and they've got an eye patch on. They sound like Simon Pegg.
I don't know what they've been eating, but they got an extra ear.
They got an extra ear. Okay, so that would be your hell. See, my hell would be like something like a pink church, like with a bunch of fucking like My Little Pony and goddamn shit like that. Like the worst goddamn sweetheart, sweet 16, bougie ass teenage girls like dream party. That would be my hell.
Nah, kids are fucking annoying. Yeah.
And it would be chock full of kids between the ages of like 2 and...
Oh, then they never shut up?
2 and 13.
Oh my god, yeah, I would
and
have
there'd
to...
just be billions of them, and I'd be the only
You'd have
responsible
to kill them
adult.
over and over and over to try to get them to
and
shut up.
they would constantly ask me like how to get some fucking stupid fucking plushy ass robotic toy to work, and every kid would be like, I can't get this right, or get this right. Blah, blah, blah.
That would be awful.
That's hell to me.
There was this restaurant that came under fire somewhere up north. I don't know. Everything's up north from us anyway.
Yeah,
but
true.
Anyway, they banned kids 13 and under from eating at their restaurant. I applaud that shit.
Right.
I wish there were more places where kids weren't allowed to go to, that more places for actual adults to be at instead of just bars.
Well, I mean, you know, there are a lot of places that only kids can go to.
Yeah,
like
there needs
it's
to be
not
stuff
like I
for
can
only
go
adults,
to a McDonald's. Well, I can do it at a play place, but there's other places that they're like, you have to be a kid to be able to use this stuff because it's not slated for adults. So where's the flip side of that? And don't say a fucking bar, because bars are just bars.
I don't want to just go to a bar, to be restricted to that. I want to go to a place where there's no kids irritating or screaming or all this other shit. I want to kick them in the fucking face. I hate you kids. Fuck off. Get out of here. That's why I don't add you on shit.
So what we really need to do is go to like a specifically 18 and older barcade or something like that.
Yeah, there needs to be more arcades, more things, more fun places for just adults.
Hell yes. I
lots
agree.
more. Like, I know you're saying, what is it? What is that arcade we went to that was like, I don't know, fucking Ben and Jerry's? What was
Dave
it
and
called?
Buster's.
Dave and
Ben
Buster's.
and
I don't know. And there was still kids there.
There were
it's like,
fucking ton of kids
no,
there.
I hated that.
When we went to Paramount, there weren't any kids there, but it was like not a big place. It was a very small place.
There was a kid that fell over and started crying running around. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Take that kid home.
That's the one thing that kills me for Dave and Buster's almost all the time is there's a fucking metric ton of kids.
And they're just screaming and they're fucking stepping on your feet.
And
they're just, they smell like poop.
They smell like poop.
They smell like poop. I
They
don't like
probably
them.
pooped on things. So yeah, that would be my hell. So now let's get to the community side of this conversation. And we're going to start reading through y'all comments and suggestions or ideas. And we're going to start from the bottom and make our way to the top.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go with the first one.
Because it's the shortest.
Because it's the shortest. No, I'll go for the second one because it's yours. So you go with the first one.
Oh, I want to talk to her. I want to answer her.
Oh, you want to talk to yourself? Okay.
Nope, I changed my mind. All right, this is Michelle Lynn Holcomb.
Holcomb.
Holcomb. Holcomb Pokem.
Holcomb Pokem.
We're in hell now, and we're all VIPs.
Now, let me go ahead and say that there's going to be a lot of answers that are that exact same answer with a little bit of deviant from it. And so there's a lot of people
That's
that say
okay. That's okay. That's all you have to compare it to. It's okay.
It's true. So, Grim Solace says, I imagine that such a place would be full of the most badass people, a nonstop party with the coolest outfits.
Yes, everybody else has to go to heaven. You're not allowed back here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Your turn. Batter up.
What?
You're next.
Oh. Thank you, Grim Solace. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Grim
And
Solace.
thank
Good
you,
comments.
Michelle. Okay. Jerry Gibson says, Matt is the first one in line here. They will be putting pineapples up his booty. He said his booty, though.
His
in the
booty.
movie Little Nicky.
I would get a pineapple in my butt. If you think that would be hell to me, you are sadly mistaken.
You can have all the pineapples in your butt.
Yeah, I like pineapples.
They'll smell
on butt.
nice.
Yeah. So, Evan Webb, our good friend Evan, who we had a ball with at Transworld.
We adore you, Evan. Thank you for your comment.
He said Tim Burton's Gotham City, but it's always a party and much more red. Yeah, I agree. It would look like a comic book with like red, black, and whites, and it would just be a big party in this kind of like doomed city. I think that's a badass image.
It would definitely be like different dimensional look. I feel like.
Yeah, that's badass.
Oh, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Hellbilly Holler Halloween Haunt said, I imagine hell is like being trapped under the ice.
That's pretty fucking wild concept.
Yes, it is.
Like being able to see everything, but it's all distorted, but there's nothing you can do about it. And you're slowly suffocating.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it kind of does seem beautiful.
Yeah. Next.
So I am up, and Kelly Mayer says, hell is where there is no hope, love, or peace. So, hope, love, peace. Okay, yeah. That sounds like a fucking badass party to me.
Like, get out of here. There's always something to do now.
My favorite haunts to go to are the ones without hope, love, and peace.
You're all doomed.
We're all doomed.
Chaos Unright said, I imagined it's kind of like walking around in public, and I probably would have a VIP, or at least be handing out the VIP tickets.
So Chaos took it. He's the one handing
He's a
out the
bouncer,
tickets.
too.
Yeah, he's a bouncer for the hell. Oh, you can get in. Get the fuck out of here. You can't get in here.
Oh, you're a priest? Get your ass out.
Get your ass out of here.
You can't come in.
No ticket.
No, okay, hand me that candy. You can take your white van and go somewhere else.
Yeah. Alrighty, so Punks the Clown, the badass. I imagine hell would look just like your life on Earth, except everything you touch turned to glitter.
Oh, no!
VIP pass would go to Corey Nicholson for sure. To which Corey Nicholson replied, are you still relevant? Oh God, turning everything to glitter. Yeah, that I have to agree. Glitter for me is hell. Like, I fucking hate glitter.
I hate glitter so much. Not only is it so fucking bad for the environment, but it's bad on you. It's bad to ingest. It's super fucking bad. Like, when it comes to anything with glitter, made with glitter, I refuse it. No matter what it is. Some kind of bath bombs, candles, anything. It's so bad. Do
Fuck
not.
glitter.
It's almost as bad as styrofoam. Like, do not get that shit. It's probably worse than styrofoam.
It's way worse than styrofoam.
Oh my God, that shit, it does not break down.
Yeah.
Like, it's killing animals. It's killing everything. Do not use it. If there's glitter in it, don't use it!
This tangent brought to you by Grim Solace.
Yes, I hate that shit. I hate it. You purposely do not buy styrofoam. You will go to other stores looking for paper plates and everything, and I love that.
Yeah, I don't like styrofoam. In fact, I keep styrofoam that I get from my packages to use for special effects. Like, I don't throw it away. I'll use it for something in the future because it doesn't break down and I can use it
Even
to
burning
mold
it is
stuff.
bad.
Oh, I don't like doing that either.
No, like, what do you do with it? You just
There's
gotta wait for it
nothing
to
you can do
rot
with it,
or
yeah.
something. Like, it takes forever and it's so bad.
Okay, your
So,
turn.
avoid that shit.
No styrofoam, no glitter.
Do not get that shit. I'm saying it. I will fucking kill you.
Use fucking goddamn the plastic air bubbles. I know plastic takes a while to break down too, but it's a little less bad.
Yes.
Okay, Constance Rotten said, hell is all around us now, LOL. But I had my VIP pass and one-way ticket for a long time, so let's party like no one is looking.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's
Constance.
another one of those. It's like all of us, all around us, and it's party time. I like those answers.
Badass answer,
Constance
Constance.
sister. That's our rotten sister. There.
Yes.
All right, so I've got Tyler Brown, the Infraggable. I think it would be tailored to each and every one. I would definitely have a VIP.
Yes,
I
you
agree.
would.
I agree with you, Tyler, that it would be tailored to each person to be like the worst thing that they could experience, if in fact it was the hell from the Bible. But most of the people look at the hell from the Bible and go, well, they got all the good drugs, all the good rock and roll, all the good people. So yeah.
Yes, all the good clothes too. Oh, and this is from my Biggs. It says, I have a season pass, and I'm pretty sure I have timeshare there. I imagine it being like a really hot summer there because with no AC and nothing but spicy food.
Ah, shit.
Okay, spicy food. I'm gonna fucking die.
And no, you're
sucks.
hot and cold.
I do, but I prefer the heat, so I think I would manage.
Yeah. I like to be temperate, so I hate it cold
But
or hot.
really spicy food, my stomach, I'm going to have to, like, rent a room where there's nothing but toilets.
Yeah. Nothing but toilets. Your butthole would be erected. Rectum to your rectum.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, you bitch.
I'm here for it. All right, so Destiny Kutchman says...
Oh, you get the long one.
Yeah, it's a long one. I imagine the Christian hell as reliving the worst parts of our lives over and over, as if stuck in the never-ending loop of agony. And I think that that's kind of like what Jacob's Ladder was about.
Yeah.
The original Jacob's Ladder, not whatever they did to it later. Or a waste full of lava and some people screaming in agony while others fire bathe upon rocks on fire surface level. Now, I think that's very remnant of the idea of what hell is in Dante's Inferno, which is interesting because a lot of people infer Dante's imagery of hell to the Christian hell when the Christian hell from the Bible doesn't mention things like that. Like the earth is the only thing that would be destroyed in fire. Like they levered that to the end of the earth.
Yes, but what better way to convince people to be a certain way than to say that there's this, and if you don't listen to me, then you're gonna fucking burn and be in agony. Just saying.
And Destiny
Control.
said our crews would most definitely be the ones bathing in flames and resetting the agonizing day.
Yes. That is
Ding,
true.
ding, ding.
Fire bathing every day. That
Fire
sounds pretty
bathing every day.
fun. Good fire bath. We won't ever stink, really. I mean, all the germs a bit burn off.
Yeah, I agree. Ow. Ow. Okay, your turn.
Adam Quilliam said, I believe hell would be like the perfect place to send all of my enemies every day. They get to listen to the podcast while I'm sitting back on my rightful throne.
So Adam is just making people listen to the podcast while he listens to it and sits on a throne.
Every day! You
Every
have to hear
day!
the goddamn podcast. Fuck all of you. That's sad. That's sad torture.
All right, so good one, Adam. I like it. James Ward says, I believe in Norrish hell, so it could either be extremely cold or me reliving every horrible thing I've been through, or it could be the absolute best time worshiping Hela and living the best life. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that Norrish hell has that. If you, as long as you kind of maneuver your way through it, you can get to the party side of things, and that's bad as fuck.
That is.
So we had a few more comments on the community post that we put up.
Oh.
This is a few more. We have Chris Barfield says, already there, boss. Like I said, a lot of people say that this is definitely hell. You want to read this one?
Okay, this is Mike Rice. I'm going to Valhalla.
I'm going to Valhalla. I'm going to eat a lot of Valkyrie.
What the fuck are you singing?
It's like Peaches with Valkyrie. Anyhow, Brendan Smith says, I've earned myself a one-way ticket to hell for some of the jokes that I tell. Right there with you.
Yep.
Right there with you.
Yes, you say some of the worst fucking shit. I hate you.
I hate me too.
Jen Lyle said, I'd give a VIP pass to my ex. You must hate that bitch. That's okay. We can hate him too.
We can hate them also.
Yeah.
So Ravi Sweet says, hell is earth. We are trying to not get stuck here, and that's why we have ghosts. They don't make it out. Oh, I'm the bloody queen of hell.
Yay!
That is awesome. I have to agree with her. She is a badass. We barely missed her the other night at the fucking Paranoia.
I know.
Hey,
I'll bring it up again.
we
I
do.
have bad dreams now. Oh.
So that's awesome. Yeah, dude. So what do you think hell is? It's been a very interesting conversation, checking out what people think. Thank you guys for writing all the comments in so we can make fun of ourselves for not being able to read or understanding what you're saying.
Mostly you.
Mostly me.
Because
But,
you're a bitch.
Because I'm a bitch.
Thank all of you for commenting and participating in this.
Yes, and we will have a new question up soon. Now, next week, we have another episode of Morning Friends with Rotten.
Yes!
Featuring a demonic and
Nightmare.
Demonica and Nightmare.
Yes.
And after that, we'll have another podcast. And guys, if you're interested in being interviewed
All you
for
gotta do is
what you
reach
do,
out.
just reach out to us. We'd love to get an interview with
Reach
everybody
out and touch the
and get you on
ball.
Rotten Mornings. But yeah, I'm Matt, and this
Get
is
your hands out of your
Grim,
pants.
and I'm scratching my leg.
I'm sure.
And I love you guys. And like we always say before we sign out, stay rotten.
Stay rotten!